Hey, Gigg's Moviepage, this is Michael, and this is my review of Star Trek Beyond. There will be a minor spoiler, but nothing bad. Um, this is one of the big summer movies we're waiting for. They opened the movie in the 50th anniversary of Star Trek, so there's been the recent news of the passing of Anton Yelchin, who played Chekhov, or Pavel Andreevich, as we call him. Rather than just bore you with all the behind-the-scenes stuff, I'll just start it off. The crew's in the middle. It's been 3 years into the 5-year journey, and they're starting to get cabin fever, restless. So they've been asked to go to a space station called Yorktown, which is 3 cities inside of a space station that looks beautiful. When they get a distress signal, the only ship who could take who can go to send it out outside of a nebula that's been uncharted is the Enterprise, so Kirk volunteers along with his crew to go check it out. They find out that when they go through the nebula, they are attacked by a swarm of these advanced weaponry, like little locusts with aliens inside of them, kind of like attack ships. The Enterprise is destroyed and blown up. Everybody tries to get off as best as they can, but the thing is, there's a reason why. Apparently, the Enterprise had an archive, a piece of an alien weapon that they didn't know about, that an alien named Kroll is trying to get his hands on. So while they've been crash landed and separated on the planet with Uhura and Sulu, along with the alien Kroll, Scotty meets a warrior woman named Jayla who helps him, while Kirk and Chekhov are together. And then while Bones and Spock are together, but Spock is severely injured. They must band together and find out what is going on, and while this is happening, they find another spaceship called the USS Franklin, which happens to be an NX class, and the NX are the spaceships from Star Trek Enterprise, the Scott Bakula T-Paul show. So they must figure out what is Kroll's endgame. While this is happening, they have to get off the planet. And that's that. I found it better than Into Darkness. I know my family gives me guff for saying that was one of the best movies, and I hate it. I just did not like Into Darkness. I don't care how much, you sugarcoat it. Basically, if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig, in my opinion. But I thought this movie was better. I thought that Justin Lin did a fantastic job doing transitioning that from Fast and Furious or Rápidos y Furiosos to a sci-fi film was pretty damn good. It is not the Guardians of Starfleet. Don't give me that shit. Idris Elba did a fantastic job playing the villain Kroll. He goes from being alien with a gruntle voice to being less alien and more human, but you can understand it. But he does a fantastic job, and why Hollywood hasn't given him a mainstream movie to star in is beyond me, but he's going to do fantastic work in The Dark Tower. Him and McConaughey are just going to knock out the ballpark, so keep on keeping on, Idris. The cast does fantastic. Chris Pine, Jake Cantano, and so on and so forth. Zoe Saldana. They all do their fantastic job. And this movie has been getting a lot of stuff. Like, the big rumor is Sulu is gay. They don't, upplay it for anything. It's just like a quick, it is what it is, and that's it. A spoiler is that there is kind of a downbeat feeling, because when they get to Yorktown, Spock finds out, and this is a spoiler, that Ambassador Spock, or Spock Prime, is dead. And that kind of weighs on his decision if I should stay in Starfleet or not. There is maybe one, there's kind of maybe one cringe-worthy moment. I found it as funny and right on, but it was another spoiler. In order to stop Kroll from destroying the Yorktown space station, they have the crew in the Franklin, has to play a song or radio waves to distract it, and they end up choosing Beastie Boys' Sabotage. And a lot of people felt like, oh man, but to me, I thought it was a nice callback to the first movie when Kirk was a kid and a hellion, stealing the convertible and driving off the cliffs. And then they go back to this, they use it in the trailer, and then they go back to using it for this, so to me, I was just sitting there with my Junior Mints and my Coke, drinking it and just literally singing, "You can't stand it, I know you planted." It's just, forgive me. That was my all-time favorite Beastie song. But it is a great movie. I do recommend it for the Trekkies, and there's not much technical jargon. There is kind of, but it does feel like it's part of the JJ universe. Even though the guy who did Oh, Fast and Furious did it. It's like, trust me, JJ definitely had his hands on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it. I really didn't care for the Rihanna song "Sledgehammer." I hit a well, but I liked at the end they gave both, in loving memory of Leonard Nimoy and for Anton. So that was, and when they said that at the end, people were cheering and clapping. Not to mention, it kind of sucks. You have to wait till the end of the movie for them to say the title card, but it's like that's the new norm now. Sucks, but I wasn't expecting on this film. So I recommend you go see Star Trek Beyond. For Leonard, for Anton, live long and prosper.